So I'm he, him, and you're you, whoever you are watching this. Thank you for being here, by the way. You can subscribe. I have a lot of random people viewing my stuff, and you guys don't subscribe. But you also don't stick around like between each video. You kind of just come in for the video that you want to see, and then you leave. You're just such a fucking whore. You're a whore. You. Not if you're a kid. This is not for kids. That's Herbie. Herbie's for kids. That's Galactus. He's not for kids. I'm Galactus. Anyway, that's him. I'm him. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. But what I'm getting at here is that I'm not good enough at anything to like be him. And I'm trying to think, like, if I got close, I think I got close a little bit. In like middle school, I think, there was this Facebook page. It was called Hip Hop Memes. And they had Freestyle Fridays. Now, you didn't record a video or anything like that. You just like wrote your lyrics down, copied and pasted them, and posted them on the page. And then people would vote for the best one. And I won a lot, a significant amount. And I actually made a friend because between me and this other guy, we were always the ones winning. And I think we were also two of the younger people submitting. And we're still cool to this day. Like, he lives in New York, and I met him once. He came down to Atlanta one time. And it was just so cool. Like, it's just so cool that, like, man, I was him. Like, you know, if somebody's ever like, yo, man, what was Josh's legacy, man? Yo, what was his legacy, my nigga? He was the fucking best Facebook Freestyle Friday nigga to ever fucking type on a computer, nigga. You don't understand, that nigga was him, man. Yo, for real? Yo, this nigga won fucking 7 out of 7 Fridays one time, okay? Yo, word, nigga. My prime is a Facebook meme page from fucking 15 years ago. Anyway, I saw the movie Him, and we'll talk about it. Just for context, though. Stick around. Just for context, okay? I saw it with my little sister. She's 23. My dad, 60-something. I'm 28. I hated it. I hated it. She thought it was okay, and my dad loved it. My dad gave it a 10 out of 10. I said, Dad, we just saw The Long Walk. You gave The Long Walk a 9 out of 10. You gave this a fucking 10. He's like, yeah, it was great. It was great. I was like, nah, bro. Like, that's not how that works. There's no world where this is better than The Long Walk. I hated this movie. We'll talk about it. Okay. This movie stars Marlon Wayans, Tyreek Withers, and Julia Fox is in it. Jim Jeffries is in it. People are in it that I don't know. Shout out to y'all people. Anyway, so synopsis. This is straight from IMDb. A young athlete descends into a world of terror when he's invited to train with a legendary champion whose charisma curdles into something darker. That's my Joker impression. I was really good at Joker one time. Like literally, I did it really good one time, and I saved the video. And years later, I will still send it to people like, hey, I know you don't think I have talent, but this one Joker I did during the pandemic when I really honed in on that random impression, it was good. Okay, so this movie is dubbed a body horror, psychological horror, and sport movie. Nice little mix there. I can agree with all of that. It is definitely body horror in here. Psychologically, I think that's maybe where it's at its weakest. I didn't really feel like it was tormenting me in any real way. The character, maybe so, but I don't know. Let's get to the best parts of the movie. Marlon Wayans is a good actor. Like, we all know he's funny. Well, you might think he's funny. I think he's funny enough. And I love his interviews, specifically on The Breakfast Club. In fact, I don't tune into them often, but when I do, it's like, yeah, it's somebody like Marlon where I feel like he has a history with that cast, with that show, where he's going to give a good interview. So Marlon is great. Not completely comedic in this at all. Like, he's really just like this psychopathic athlete. He has the seriousness that you would expect from like one of the legendary athletes, where his whole life is this sport, and then obviously you're branching off into the unrealistic with the horror elements that involve his character. But for the most part, he's in great shape. He looks young enough to actually like still be, kind of an aged quarterback in the league, and he does a good job of offering charisma that I don't think many of the other cast members are bringing here. Tyreek Withers, I'm not familiar with him as an actor. Physically, he's clearly committed to the role. This man is chiseled and cut like crazy. And it's impressive that, like, I don't know how old he's supposed to be, but he's very lean and looks the part for his character's physical attributes. Now, personality-wise, I don't know much about, like, football, sports in general, honestly. I mean, I watch basketball sometimes, but I know that, like, football, quarterbacks are, often the most charismatic. Jesus Christ, charismatic characters out there on the field because they're leaders, and I think leadership involves some personality more times than not. And I don't get the range of emotions from this actor. I mean, I think maybe part of it is an uphill battle for me because they make a joke about it in the movie. He looks like a My Player. He looks like you created this like light skin. Like if I have to make myself in a video game and the hair options are limited, so I'm not adding a beard and braids, then like I would look in the video game, I would look like some form of this actor, just like this generic light skinned kid. Is he biracial? Is he not? I don't know, but he looks the part. He's tall and shaped and looks like he can be in Madden, for every light skinned kid out in America playing that game. Stop playing that game, by the way. They give the same product every year. We need to boycott. I haven't bought 2K this year for that exact reason. The real reason is that I don't have a lot of money right now because I keep buying those popcorn buckets you see pop up. But I also like to tell myself that I stopped buying 2K the week it comes out, the month it comes out, because they give the same product every year. Anyway, this movie, again, revolves around Marlon. Great performance. Not great. Really good performance. And Tyreek, which I think is a serviceable performance, but I don't think there's enough other characters walking around this set for me to spend as much time as I did with Tyreek's character and for that character to not be instantly likable. He was not instantly likable. And there wasn't a lot of fluctuation in his personality. And in fact, I found that when the more bizarre things happen throughout the movie, this guy is not reacting enough. He's just not. He's not. Seems like a good guy, though. Like, good-hearted character in the movie. Has a sense of morals. He sticks to his principles. Comes from a good mom, at least. I mean, his father is one of those, like, psychopathic football dads who's like, football was supposed to be my life. It wasn't. I had you. You became my life. Therefore, in my equation, you become football. He is football. In fact, there's a point here where he ends up getting a traumatic brain injury very early in the movie. And they staple it together. And it looks like the... That's how like little I know football. Is it a string? What is the grip? What is the laced? Is it a lace on the football? There's the football, and then there's the little white part that you hold on to when you're throwing a touchdown or whatever they call that. I know what a touchdown is. I never scored one though. I played flag football in middle school for a church league where they gave you little Bible verses after. I was an atheist back then. I was acting so good. Anyway, so like, yeah, there's a point where he has like is my hairline receding? He has a staple and it looks like the grooves of a football. Really cool. That's the alarm. We have an alarm here, so you can't rob us. Ha. Ha ha. Anyway, so there's cool parts of this movie. Like I said, the injury kind of mirroring a part of a football. There's a lot of like religious elements here, visually at least. There's crosses. One of the team's name is the Saviors. Another team, there's really only two teams mentioned. The other one is the Masons, the Atlanta Masons and San Antonio Saviors. I think not. I think we could have done better than that. Another issue I have with this, beyond the goofy names, is the dialogue. The dialogue is like very, I guess, millennial. Like one of the agent, like this, not middle-aged white guy, but in his 40s, says type shit. Like at the end of a sentence, he says type shit. And I'm like, is that just like the movie quirk? In real life, occurrence of like white people saying different words in front of black people than they would say in front of their own peers. Where you have the white friend is just like, yo, what up, homie? Like, sir, I don't say homie, and I know damn well you don't say homie. Like, you're like, what's up, dude? When you're amongst your own. Like, what are we doing here? Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Anyway, there is also a funny joke about the biracial status of our main character. Marlon's character calls him a African American. I butchered it. Speaking of butcher, there's a sequence here where there's a lot of bodies being turned into corpses. And even that isn't really done with any sort of grace. Like the action in this movie, I was almost going to describe it. Actually, I'm going to describe it as like motion blur. You play a video game sometimes and there's like that blur around the action. I feel like a lot of this had that. And I don't know if that's, on purpose to show like the momentum happening with certain actions, whether that be football or just completely violent. Is there a difference? I don't know. But it just doesn't feel clean enough. It doesn't feel polished enough. The set design is cool. Like Marlon lives in this huge compound and it has some scale. Like you can see on the outside, it's huge. Now the rooms you see inside of that, are kind of a little bit condensed. Like you see, okay, they're practicing on a practice field indoors. Okay, that's in the house. And then there's this sauna and tub situation. That's in the house. Then there's this other dark room where weird stuff might be happening and a bunch of closed doors. Okay, but like you don't really ever explore the house. I don't know. I'm hopping all over. This movie is 96 minutes, and I didn't like it enough to actually want to sit there that entire time. The thing I like most about the movie is the music. They had a range of music. I mean, they played, I don't know what the original sample actually is, but like Lemonade by Gucci Mane. Like, I don't know the lyrics, by the way. You can tell I don't know the lyrics. I don't think most of us know the lyrics, but we hum along to it. Whatever the original sample is for that, they played that, and then they played Lemonade, which is great. They like merged them together at one point. I think the first song you hear, yeah, I think so, is Shuggy Otis's Strawberry Letter 23. Shuggy Otis is here with me now. Shuggy, oh my God, yeah. He's great. He wrote that song when he was 17. I don't know if he performed it then. I think it was maybe 1920 when he performed it. It was not 1920. He was maybe 19 or 20 when he performed it. It came out in the 70s. Anyway, that was great. Some newer song like this, like some energetic hip hop that like actual athletes would be listening to right now. That's something I've always wondered. I think I asked Charles Oakley. Charles Oakley was one of the more physical power forwards to ever play in the NBA. I met him one time, and I think I asked him like, what were y'all listening to? I don't think he gave me a good enough answer. But he played in the 80s, so it's like hip hop wasn't fully developed. I think he said hip hop, like Run DMC and stuff like that. But I'm always curious, like maybe predating his career, like were athletes like getting really hyped up to Aretha Franklin, Queen? Like who were we listening to back then? Because I'm always curious about that. Because like personally, I mean, I don't work out a ton. I mean, it's all right, it's all right over here. But like I'll like do push-ups to. I don't do push-ups. I'll just pick the random exercise I don't even do. I'll lift weights, man, to like Nina Simone sometimes, because like why? Like I feel like there's a civil rights charging within me right now. I'm a liberator, as I do these push-ups in a house that's too big for my family. Okay. Anyway, movie's fine. 3 out of 10. 2.5 out of 10. I don't like this movie. My dad loved it. My dad was like, it's exceptional. It's everything. No, it's not. And even in his like compliments of the movie, there were like subtle critiques that I don't know he was making. Like subtle critiques that I don't know if he knew he was making. I'm trying to stop mumbling. He was like, yeah, for 90 minutes, they really got certain points across. And I'm like, well, certain points, in the same ways, they didn't really get every point across. And 90 minutes is a choice. They chose to make it 90 minutes. They could have expanded this and offered more detail. There are so many things with the plot that don't make sense. Like, logistically, how did you do that? How do you operate with the consequences of this? How do you convince others that this is not happening when it happens? I'm not going to say enough, but, like, it's just... No, man, and even the kills are not satisfying because they're not really on screen like that. Like, there's gore, there's body horror, as previously mentioned, but it's not in your face. It's implied, it's half shown, and it's just, ugh. I don't ever want to see this movie again. I don't want to see it again. I don't want to see it. Don't go watch this movie. It's gonna be mixed reviews. The reviews are like the star of the movie. It's mixed. I'm leaving. Thanks for watching. This is way too long. This is the longest review for like the shortest movie I've seen since I've had a channel. Bye. Also, him slang can go away. Him can go away. Okay? You're not him. You're not him Duncan. They said him Kardashian in the movie. Timothy Chalamet. Like we've heard it's like they took Twitter jokes and threw it in the dialogue. The dialogue sucks. And stop letting your kids play football. Stop it. It's stupid.